Alright, today I'm going to attempt to get this front end back together, and hopefully by the end of this video we will be able to drive this thing around and get it off this trailer. It's going to be a little risky because I'm going to try not to remove the pedestal from the tractor. So we're going to have to lift this thing up in the air to the bottom of the pedestal is going to need to be about here or so. So it's going to be a little risky. I'm not looking forward to it, but hopefully we can get it done. So now what I need to do is I need to jack this up and then put some jack stands or something underneath it because I need to get into the bottom of here. There's a plate on the bottom with 4 bolts in it, or screws, whatever you want to call them. And then, so you take that off, and then there's a seal there, and then some cork washer bushing things, and then the bearing is at the top of all of that. I know for a fact the bottom plate is ripped out the back. You can kind of see right here how it's kind of bowed up where the front end just snapped off. We need to somehow jack the front of this up so it's off the ground a little ways. It doesn't need to be too high off the ground. Let's figure something out. You can see how that back part is all pushed out. Supposed to be bolts in there somewhere. There's one. There should be 4 in there. It's a little bit mangled. Well, you can see how that got destroyed. Probably not fixable. I mean, it might be, but not really worth it for a $10 part. So I'll probably just order another one of those. The shaft I can actually move around. The bearing's completely gone. Yeah, the pedestal itself looks good. It's just that bearing and pretty much all the stuff that goes below that's just all gone and shot. So I'm gonna need to order all that stuff new or used or something. And this finally did show up yesterday. The Roll-O-Matic version of the front end. So I'm not going to put all this stuff on here right now. This is already 74 pounds as it stands now, and that's going to be hard enough to try to put in the tractor. So I'm going to leave this here and I'll put all that stuff on once it's on the tractor. Right now I do need to get the lower bearing on there, and I need to get the plate on here. So I have this plate. That's actually the fuel bowl gasket. And this is the cork washer that I bought for this. So it's good that we have that. And then this washer goes on here. And then this gasket goes on here. So this bearing was pretty hard to find. So this is the part number I found. And I searched and searched for an alternate part number other than the John Deere one, because the John Deere version of this bearing is $200. And I was not going to spend $200 on one bearing. So I searched and searched, and I finally found on some forum this part number, the 30209. And I just did a Google search, bearing that number, and then this actually popped up on Amazon. It had the dimensions on there, but the dimensions are metric, which I thought was kind of weird for this. It's a 40 millimeter inner diameter and an 80 millimeter outer diameter. This one was $22. I figured I might as well risk it and just buy it, and hopefully it'll be the right size. And sure enough, it fits perfect. Let's see, once it starts coming all the way through like that, then you know you got enough in there. This goes on first. Make sure this is all the way on. There, it's bottomed out. And then the washer, which isn't in the best shape, goes on here. There we go. That goes on there. And now that should go into the tractor. Or no, we need this on here. Don't want to forget that. Okay, now That should go on the tractor. Get these off of here, and this cap will come off, and then we gotta take that off. That in there, and then there's the top of the shaft, and nuts on there covered in all that disgusting grease. So all we need to do is take that nut off, and all that gear and stuff should come off the top, and then the shaft will fall out the bottom. It actually doesn't even look like it was bent very much. It came out way easier than I thought. It looks like the top was broke off or something, so that works. That actually fits really tight. Not really tight, but tight enough. Okay, it's tighter than I thought. There we go. Take this nut off here. Hopefully it's the same size as the other one. It should be. Set that in there. I think we got a washer or something here. Yep, washer. And then there's this gear, which I was hoping it would pop off. Maybe not. Wonder if I just tap on the top of that, if it'll fall out the bottom. Apparently that is stuck in there. Okay, that's not working. And I feel like I'm gonna break something, so. All right, so I figured out a way to get this out, hopefully. I was able to get this pry bar in there underneath the gear and pull up. And I think the whole thing should come out. But it's just gonna be a little tricky because it's obviously a long shaft, but hopefully I can get it out like this. It's just gonna be tricky to grab it and it not fall in and crush my fingers. And that's hot still because I'm a genius. Let's try to get this around here maybe. And that's how you do it. Ugh. Okay, let's take this to the garage. This is a bushing inside here. So it doesn't have a bearing on the top, there's just a bushing. And all this oil grease in here is what lubricates it. But we still need to get this off. I guess we're gonna need to figure out how to get that off here now. So I need to make some type of a plate that can go around the bottom, that can thread in with a bolt or something, and then I can pull it all off with this, because I don't have anything that can hook under the bottom. All right, so what I decided to do was cut the end of the shaft off so it's shorter, and now it'll fit in my press, so I can press this off. I want to clean it up a little bit first though, just get all this grease off here. But I figured that's going to be way easier than actually trying to make a tool that's going to fit on there when I already have a tool that's made for this. Whatever I'm going to make probably isn't as strong. I'm going to try to put this in the press. Hopefully I can get enough surface area on these teeth so they're not going to break off, but we'll be able to get this out of here. So let's do that. Get these on here like that. So that's probably the best I'm going to be able to do. Let's try to get this on here. All right. I really hope this works. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be pretty sad. I probably should have like eye protection on or something. Just in case this gear shatters into a million pieces. I have a feeling it's just gonna snap when it does go. Hopefully it's not the gear. There's quite a bit of pressure in there. Well, that was terrifying. What did we break is the question. Looks like the gear came off. Let's see what we got. So that's off there. Okay, this is looking good. Take my helmet off here. Where's the gear? We did it. That was a lot louder than I was expecting, but it worked. I knew it was gonna be loud and I knew it was just gonna crack loose like that because it's a tapered fit on there. So when they come loose, they just come off. It's not like a interference fit where it's just like a shaft or something, because then it'll just like creep off slowly. These tend to explode when they come off. But it was terrifying. I'm glad I got on film though. That's all we needed. So now we can work on this. All right, so I kind of wanted to clean this up. Wasn't sure. There is a washer in here, which is probably not a washer. It's probably a shim. Like a chunk of metal right there. I don't know what that is. Actually, that looks like that's supposed to be there. It is actually a screw. No idea what this is for. That's very weird. Maybe it's for this piece. So this piece, I bet you it goes in like right in here to keep this from rotating. Oh, this isn't center. Why would that? Oh, it's, I get what that's for. So this goes in the bottom around the shaft nice and tight, and then this goes on top, and then you spin this to change the distance of this gear to the other gear. That is what it's for. I got the 4Runner hooked up to the trailer, so hopefully it'll keep it from really moving. There's hardly any weight on the front of it. I mean, if I step on it, it moves it. One of the jacks on the back fell off. This one's bungee corded on there kind of, so that should be good. I think it's time to try to lift it up and see what happens. A little terrified, but man, it's gotta be done, and this is the only way I have to do it, so. Neutral, brakes on. It's lifting the front of the trailer off the ground. If the 4Runner wasn't on there, this trailer would be up in the air. It's off the jacks now. It anymore. I kind of think these ropes are holding it too tight. Yeah, I think that's the case. See if let's try to fit in there now. At some point we're gonna be high enough. Not yet. Which I think that's too tight on the other side. Oh, the whole thing's twisting. That's what's happening. We're maxed out. It won't lift anymore. I hope it fits. Come on, please. Nope. Not close enough. Dang it. What's the problem? That's tight, maybe let some of that off. It's loose again. I think the problem is the other side's too tight and it's not pivoting in the back. I need to be able to adjust this side is the problem. Which, can I move this maybe? And then have this come back further. Maybe if I hook this side underneath. A little risky unhooking this. Okay. Ah! Don't ever do that. All right, let's try this now. That's loose. You need to tilt that fork back. It's gotta be close. It's so high. Oh yeah, I think we got this now. Oh yeah, okay, we're going down. All right, easy does it. Something. We got stuck on something. Okay, let's try that. We're getting it. So close. Do that. How is this doing here? I mean, we're doing pretty decent. We just gotta get down low enough to get it back on those jacks, which aren't lining up.
something, probably the top part. Hopefully that'll fix it. I was hoping it'd be higher off the ground than that. Yeah, we're not close to hitting the jacks. Darn it. Where's this sitting up here? Okay, it's through the hole, so that's good. We really just need this to... The problem is that bearing is really a tight fit in there, so it's on that. That's still loose. Is that enough to keep it there though is the question. It's not touching anymore. Is this loose? Yes. Okay, we're good. We did it. It's on there. Oh my goodness. What a pain. That was barely just high enough though. So now I need to get all of this put back together up here so it's connected, and then I can lift it up and do whatever else I need to. But I need to make sure that bearing's in on the bottom before we do anything else. This washer goes in here like that. And then I believe this goes on here, which I should lube up pretty good. Set this down here like that. That still needs to get pushed up more. I wish I had a way to put something under it, but I really don't. Let's try to set this on here. I feel like I need to like hammer this in there. And then the washer goes on top, yeah. So I think we should be able to tap this down on here. Almost need like a socket, like that, put on there. Okay, I think we're as far down as we can go until we lift this up more. Put this here, and then be able to lift this up in there like that. That's pretty darn close, so should be able to get this in there, hopefully. I think that's pretty much all the way. So that'll go on there, and this will go on here. Look how loose that is in there. We need to make that tighter by moving this one way or the other. There's just a tiny bit of play there, but now that washer down there is not in the right spot. And I can put this screw in. Perfect. Perfect. Just go in there, please. Done. That's locked. It starts so nice, but then it, well, it's actually better. It's better, but it still gets tight. Let's see how it goes if I put it on. It's not going on too hard, so I mean, it's probably coming off just as hard as it, or going on just as hard as it was coming off, so we're probably fine. I think we're actually getting our guten tight. Might be right there. Is there any play in this? That's moving just a little bit, so that's good. Is this moving? Yes, just a little bit. There's supposed to be a little bit of free play there. So I think I'm gonna call it right there. Now, put that cotter pin in and then put a ton of this grease in here. And I'm gonna call it there. That should be good. That looks perfect. Okay, now a ton of grease. I actually might just push all of this in there. There we go. Something like this. I think that'll be enough. If not, I can always come back and put more in. I think it'll be fine though. I really hope I put this on there the right way. I didn't even double check that. So I really hope that's the right direction, because if it's not, I'm gonna be in big trouble. Anyway, let's put the bolts back on for that, and the top part here. Which I did notice that this cap is cracked a bunch right on the top there, so I'm gonna try to find another one of these and replace it once I find one, but for now we'll just use it. And this has a cap over it anyway, so likeliness of water gain in there is pretty slim. Alright, tighten these up. We should be good. So we need to get these bolts back on the bottom. Keep that seal gasket thing on there. Okay, that's started. Probably should have cleaned the inside of this out first before I put it back on here. Alright, so that plate's back on. That's pretty much all done. I need to put that top piece back on, especially right now because there's no, that plate has holes in it, so don't want it to rain in there. Okay. One goes there, goes there. Guten tight. I think we're actually pretty well set now. I need to take apart the other one now and look at what the assembly is and then go from there. We gotta take this off, put on the other one. I'm not gonna take the hubs off unless I have to. I'm just gonna take these covers off and hopefully be able to take them out. I need something to break this loose. Okay, there's grease in there. So it just looks like there's two bolts on there with a safety wire wrapped in them. Just snip each end, something like this. And this. And then pull them out. Okay. Honestly, I think it should just pull off now. I don't see a reason why it shouldn't. Or maybe it won't. I don't know how the insides of these work. Oh, okay. That's just a plate. Hopefully this will just lift off. Yep. All right. Okay. Well, these parts look really good. They're not worn very much, so that's good. The grease doesn't look the best. It should probably be all cleaned off and stuff, but now we should be able to pull it out. Like that. That's on. Put the plate on. All right, I managed to get this thread cleaned out. There was a broken bolt left in there. You can actually see it right here. So that was left inside there, and that is why I couldn't get a bolt in. So I put the tap, or the tap through the other holes and cleaned them all up. They all had gunk in them, and that's why the thread, it wouldn't screw in there very easily. So that should be good. I wanted to put grease on all these before I actually put them back in there, so I went and got another tube. So we'll get this on here. Get that back there. Set it down. It's all the way on. Get our plate here. Get our bolts in here. Make sure we drop them in the dirt first. That thread on that one's a little messed up, so hopefully we can still get it to work. So you can see I got this safety wired. I just used some copper electrical wire. I didn't have anything else, and it should probably do the job. Get the other side done, get the caps on, and then get the wheels on, and holy cow, it'll be done. Get these forks out of here. Now that's an awesome sight. First time it's been on its tires since I've owned it. So I think I'm gonna end this video here. I guess next time we'll back it off the trailer, and I'm just kidding. We're gonna do that now because made you wait all this time to actually see the tractor driving, so we're gonna do that now. Well, we finally got it back on its front wheels. I did drive it in first gear and reverse. Those both work. The clutch seems to work fine. Both the brakes work. I do have a little bit of a challenge. So if we can get my channel to 1,000 subscribers, I am going to attempt to use this tractor to pull down this house. But there's only one real stipulation, well, two. We have to get to 1,000 subscribers, and it has to be before snow falls, or if it is after snow falls, then we'll do it next spring. But that is the challenge that I want to do, and I want that house down, and I figured this would be a really fun way to pull the house down and a fun thing to do for my 1,000 subscriber. So trying to record, and then you have to deal with crop dusters, so that's life. So if you like this video and you want to see more, well, there'll definitely be more, and I have quite a few things for the future, so consider liking and subscribing, and we'll see you next time.